Hey Joe fans, I'm JoeFan82 here with another action figure review. Today I'm looking at the G.I. Joe Classified Series Arctic Mission Storm Shadow from Hasbro. This figure was released this year as an Amazon exclusive. Here he is in the package. This is the same packaging we've seen for other 6-inch figures, 1/12 scale from Hasbro. And he's looking pretty good. We've got some nice artwork there on the bottom, and you'll notice the pink highlight around there is kind of similar to the vintage card art, had some pink on it, and it says Arctic Mission Storm Shadow. On the packaging on the side you'll see these symbols that relate to factors for the character that you can see on gijoe.com. You can go there and see more about that, and this is figure 14. The back is the same artwork that we've seen across Wave 1, which is really nice. I like the artwork. And on the side, I'm not sure if this is a different picture or a flipped image from the front, but it's pretty nice, and it wraps around back to the front again. And here he is out of the package. He's looking really good. But there is a big issue with this figure, and I'm just going to get it out of the way at the top of this video. I've seen other people, or heard other people, have the same issue, and it is the fact that the torso in this guy is super wobbly. Really wobbly. It's pretty bad. It's like a bobblehead, and I'm not sure why that is or how that got past QC. But it's extremely noticeable right away when I took it out of the package, and it's disappointing because I was really looking forward to this figure. And so for that issue, a loose torso, this is the worst one, worst classified series figure having that issue for me. The Snake Eyes had it a little bit. My Cobra Island Roadblock had it a little bit, but this one is the worst so far. He's got a white hood with a black balaclava like the vintage figure, black and white uniform. It's got a little bit more of an armored appearance here for this figure. A gold Arashikage symbol there on his chest, a gold belt buckle with white belt, lots of pouches, and he's got this material that comes down across the middle and sides. And his legs, he's got black and white uniform with black and white boots, and really great sculpt all around. The sculpting is really the saving grace for this figure. And unlike the vintage figure, the hood is removable on this guy, so you can take that off. It is a bit flexible, so you shouldn't have any problem taking it on and off. And again, great sculpt. I don't know if you can see the texture that's molded in there on the hood, and then also on this excellent head sculpt you can see, I don't know if you can see all the little texture in the material that's supposed to, being used for his balaclava, and it's really nicely done. I love the expression on his face with those stern eyes. Really well done. Alright, articulation. His head moves, even though he does have the hood. His head still has good range of motion even with the hood on. If you take that off here, you can see a little bit better. Up and down, and his neck is on a double joint, top and the bottom, so you've got kind of a side to side movement there. Full 360 on the head, so continuing that great range of motion that we've seen on the other classified figures. His shoulders don't come up that far. He's got that white shoulder armor that's preventing his shoulders from coming up too far. This is a softer plastic, but it's still kind of impeding motion all the way up, and my joints are kind of stiff, especially on that right arm. The left one is not as bad. It comes up a little easier. And he's got a swivel at the bicep where his the white and black meet, and double jointed elbows. which look pretty good, and a 360 on the wrist. And then he's got a another joint there, and up and down on the side of his hand. He's got that on both wrists. And that terrible chest cut with the floppiness for this guy. There is a ratchet in the back and in the front if you bend them all the way, but there's still a little bit of that floppiness going on. So yeah, his legs come up pretty far considering what he's wearing, so they can do pretty much a full split. Then he's got double jointed knees, very tight joints here, and rocker ankles. Oh, and he's got this joint here at the thigh. And so the other figures we've seen so far had a joint there at the boot. This one does not. I guess maybe it wasn't as easy to hide and would have ruined the aesthetic, but he's got a rocker ankle and then a toe point. He's got some awesome accessories. This holder thing for his arrows, gold arrows, excellent sculpt on this. It has the Arashikage symbol in gold on the front, and then the peg, so you can put it in his back. And I'll show you here. Just stick it on, and there you go. And he looks pretty good. A black and gold bow, which is very nicely done. This is a pretty simple sculpt, simple weapon for a Cobra operative. I would think something a little more teched out, but for Storm Shadow it works. A white arrow. I wish this would have been gold to match the other arrows that he's got on standby here. Thought that would have been a little better choice to have it match the rest. I think he does look good holding it though. He comes with this white sickle, which I'm not a huge fan of this weapon, but the vintage figure came with one, and I think this is actually around the same size as that one. And a grappling hook, and was a big fan of these on the vintage figures when I was a kid, and this one looks well done, and he looks great holding it. A white sword with a white sheath. Excellent sculpt on this. Look at the detail on this mold. The blade is silver with the Arashikage symbol there right at the hilt, and the handle has a great sculpt as well. Nice piece, nicely done here. And it does have a peg, and that can also go into his back for easy storage. And here he is with Snake Eyes. They're facing off here, and I think they look great together. This design for Storm Shadow was the one that I had as a kid, the vintage version, and he was a member of G.I. Joe. He wasn't a Cobra. So I'm always going to see this design as a Joe, as a good guy. So it's hard for me to see him versus Snake Eyes in that outfit. But he does look great in it. I think despite having the major issue, in my opinion, with the torso being way too loose, he still looks great on display. You know, if you're not a huge fan of this design, then you'll probably be okay waiting for the next version of Storm Shadow. I guarantee you we will see more Storm Shadow figures. But if you like this one, go ahead and try finding it. It's an Amazon exclusive, so you're just going to have to keep checking their site to see if it pops up for order. We're having similar issues with that with other classified figures that are hard to find, hard to come by. So I'm going to put a link in the description for this figure on Amazon, so you can check that periodically and see if he's available. I want to thank you guys for watching my review for Arctic Mission Storm Shadow. If you like this video, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit the bell for notifications. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.